Okay, so today I'm going to be doing, showing you guys how I wash my makeup brushes, and there's a few different things that I use depending on what brushes I'm washing, or other choices that you have depending on your preference. I use alcohol for soaking some of my brushes that are that I use for foundation or concealer. Usually they're these type of brushes, and these are synthetic, so you don't want to use like this just straight up alcohol on your natural brushes. Also, I did get this Parent Spirit in eye mats, and I really do like this. It works really well. I can use it using this container here, which I just fill it up to maybe about halfway, and it has like a little strainer where I can, just wet my brushes on it so that it can help me take the dirt off. And I can also use this little spray for like spot cleaning. Another thing I like to use is this baby wash. You can use baby wash to clean your brushes because it's very sensitive, so it's good. It doesn't harm your brushes. This one here, this is actually a Philosophy makeup remover. I have used this. I mean, obviously this is more expensive, so I don't use this very often, but I tend to use this sometimes on my beauty blender type sponge. Then this here is another spot cleaner that I use on my brushes for that I actually made, and I found a recipe on YouTube that Encore did. I can try to link that below. Then I have here this is what I use for deep cleaning. So I use this, directly onto the brush. I just pour a little bit, and I'll do a little demo how I clean my brushes. This is from e.l.f. It's very inexpensive. I think this is like, I want to say it's between $3 and $5, something like that. I know it was very inexpensive, and I think I bought a few of them when they were having 50% off on their website. So I like to buy these. Even though they're inexpensive, I like to buy them when buy a bunch when they're on sale on their website. And then other than that, and I have here the MAC cleaner. Like, this stuff is really good. I mean, it obviously is a lot more expensive, but it's really good for spot cleaning. It doesn't come with this pump when you first buy it, but I feel that if you put the pump on it, you save more product that way. You could just spray it right on your brushes and clean them on a paper towel or a towel. You can also use oil and Dawn together to kind of help them get conditioned, and at the same time you can disinfect them when you use the Dawn disinfectant one. But that's pretty much it. Those are some of the choices that or some of the products that I use to clean my brushes, depending on whether or not I'm doing spot cleaning or deep cleaning. Okay, and here is how I set up all my brushes. I have them all laid out here, and I have some in this bag. I know it's a lot of brushes. I do have a lot of brushes, probably more than anybody needs, but I do like to have, extras. So when I have a batch cleaning, I have some that I usually wait until I have a bunch like this, and then I do one big cleaning day for my brushes. Then here is a cup where I put some of these brushes because they tend to be a little more difficult to wash. So what I do is I dip them in some alcohol and I let them sit there for a while, and then I wash them with some soap or whatever brush shampoo I use under some water. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how I actually wash them. Okay, so what I do, I put a little bit of soap on the actual brush, like that. So then I just kind of wet it a little bit, And I rinse it on my hand. You can actually see all the dirt coming out. And you just kind of rinse it through, trying not to get any water in this section. So you don't want to wash your brushes this way, you want to brush them downward. Then I just set it to the side. And I kind of rinse it a little bit, put some right on it. Use my hands. You'll see it starts to lather. And you kind of squeeze it out and it's really filthy. And you just kind of, you want to rinse all the soap out. And if you feel that it may still have makeup in there, you want to kind of just rinse, keep rinsing with soap until you see nothing, until your water, when you squeeze the water out of it, it's clear. I think that one's good. And then I continue doing that to all my brushes until they're done. Now the next thing I do is I place paper towels on this, what is this thing called? This is one of those computer type, gosh, I don't know what they're called, but you use it to use your computer while in bed, I guess. So I just purchased this at IKEA. I think it was like $3. And I like to use this so that my brushes don't lay flat. See, it has an angle. So I like to use that to dry my brushes. So I put the paper towel on top and then I just stack them that way. Now, another thing that I like to use is these brush guards. And I basically just bought these on eBay. You get like a little, it's like a little, it comes in a pack like that, and then you can just cut them, customize to fit your brushes. It's pretty much a dupe to these brush guards. They're called the Brush Guard. And I mean, these are just really, it would be really expensive for me to buy a ton, and it just works the same way. I can show you. Basically, you just place it over your brush. And that kind of helps keep the shape of your brush while it's drying, and then you can set it to the side. Now I like to save these too. When you buy brushes, some of the brushes you buy online come with these little protectors. I don't use them often because they're really hard. It takes longer to dry, I guess, because it doesn't have any porous side to them. They're just solid plastic, so it does take longer to dry that way, but I still save them. Another thing you can use is these brush hangers, and I haven't used it. I'm sure they would work fine. It has a little suction cup in the back, but again, I would need a lot of these. So, you know, for those people who have just a few brushes, this would work well. And then you can probably just stick this against your mirror in your vanity or on the wall. And that's pretty much it.